Welcome back everyone and welcome back to the Netherlands. We are back again at the Porsche Center Gelderland with the Panamera because it is actually broken, guys. We barely made it here. It's not that bad, but still, we will spend a lot of money fixing it. The rear diff is making very much of a noise. We will change the clutch, change the flywheel, the engine mounts as well. So we do a lot of work. The car has now done nearly 190,000 kilometers, of which I did 70,000 kilometers in 3 years. So it did well, it never let me down. And before it will really break, I thought, hey, let's do the big job and fix it up. And this will take 30 work hours and I will be here an entire week filming everything. We will of course look around the Porsche Center Gelderland as well, because it is crazy what we have behind me. This here is also a very special GT3 RS. So there's a lot to explore and a lot of work ahead of me, and I think that will be such a cool experience. So make sure to follow along. But first of all, we will head now out with the most experienced mechanic, which the service guy said, and see what he is saying, what is all broken. I think we have a lot to do. Have you ever driven a manual Panamera before?
It's the first time I've ever seen a manual Panamera.
The first time you've seen one?
Yes.
So,
really exclusive.
You've driven a manual Cayenne, maybe? Also not?
Also not, no.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then it's a first time experience. Yes. Not a good one. Because
we can fix
you
it,
you will hear it. So squeaky clutch, yes. But that's really not a big issue for me, to be honest. Okay. It's only when it's warm.
Loose.
Yeah, okay. That decided a couple of weeks ago. But I think it was due to heat. We had over 40 degrees and the car was parked in a car park at an airport under the sun. I guess, okay. Yeah.
We can fix it.
But that is an issue, especially with the wiper, because it works with this automatic wiper.
Yes, it's also the sensor. Oh, wow. It's a lot of noise.
Yeah, I used it till it really was too much, and then I wanted to fix it.
Oh, okay.
It was 1.5 years ago it started with the noise.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise. Yeah, I've heard enough.
Okay. So you also think it's a differential or something else?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna put it on the lift, drive it 50 kilometers an hour, and we'll listen if it's a bearing, a wheel bearing or differential. I think it's a differential.
I also think so. Also, let me show you the vibrations of the engines, Because exactly at 2000 RPM, you have a specific vibration, which is a bit more than usual. Which it always had for 3 years, but it never got any worse, or the temperatures or oil consumptions were all consistent, so I wasn't too worried. There you feel it right a bit. Yeah, I never had any temperature issues or oil consumption issues.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a good 6-speed.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you see it when you rev it exactly to 2000, rev it to 2000. Yeah, and there's like...
It's already at 1500 and it gets more and more and more. Yeah.
So I think it's because it's 500 Newton meters of the clutch, which has to cope with it in conjunction with the flywheel and old engine arm mounts, maybe.
You can feel the engine mounts and the gearbox mount to see what's the main issue.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Really cool manual.
Yeah, that's why I brought it here to the Classic Center.
Yeah.
You already have a Classic Panamera, but this is more classic.
Really exclusive, yeah. Nice
we will
car.
have some fun with it, I think, for the next week.
I think so.
And there she comes, clean for the job. And there's her operating table. This will be very interesting for the next days. Definitely the biggest car here in the room. So we have now one mechanic in the car, and Nick is holding already the listening device, I call it like that. The car is running, and now we're testing where the noise is coming from. Oh wow, I can hear it already from here. Testing, of course, the wheel hubs as well. Could also be a thing. And that's it already. So Nick, was ist das?
It's a differential.
Hey, jetzt komme ich selbst durcheinander mit den... So the thing is, Nick is also German and we're doing the video in English. It is the differential, and excuse us if we switch the languages. This will be funny. And of course the Panamera has a lot of under panels which now have to come loose. It is a modern car. Even though it's 15 years old, it's completely flat underneath. Only the differential is hanging out, and this little thing here, which is also wobbly, as you can see, this is for the air suspension, for the self-leveling. And now we are testing something else, because the car has a vibration and exactly 2000 RPM, and overall it is a bit rough. So they will now lift the engine, as I understood it, and out of the engine mounts and check if the vibration comes from old engine mounts. So here was something hit in the history, pretty big one, chunk out of here. And then also something, yeah, which is still, when I bought the car, it was already here. Well, this is also bent, so at some point I need to change the whole panel over there. And then one of the most annoying things is here in the wheel arch as well. Very tough to see, but the thing is also bent outwards. 190,000 kilometers leave their mark, right? And now we can also see if the oil pan is still leaking or if it's quite dry, because this is something also the car had from the very start. Wow, this was painted when I got the car. So even though the Panamera right side has a lift function, I still scraped it without noticing. Oh yeah, and it's leaking quite a bit. So there you see it. That is good that we will change that. That needs to be done. But guys, Nick found a screw, and it's an original Panamera screw, as he said. So yeah, we will see where it came from. We have no idea. That is not good. Oh, maybe you found it. Smart Nick. He already found the screws here from the engine. There's also a cool detail here on the underside, an air scoop to the gearbox cooling that one down. Oh, I love the Panamera. So much engineering in this car. You won't believe it how high-tech it actually is. It will surprise you when you really look into it. Yay guys, we found it. We found it, guys. Thank God, not on a super important place. And also what Nick wants to change is of course the belt. 15 years old already, a couple of stretches in there. So yeah, this will also be changed. Also a fun fact on the Panamera, the valve cover here is made from magnesium. The engine itself, of course, aluminium, but that is magnesium for weight saving, guys. I kid you not, this was made for weight saving. Now they are testing the vibrations of the engine. So I could literally put my hand here and should feel it. Yeah, now I have the vibrations. And there he's pushing the engine now up. I don't feel any difference. Let's see what they will say.
Hebben we die 928? Ja, vind ik
Okay, now he's testing it at the gearbox.
You can feel the vibration in it.
Yeah, I feel it here on the car.
Yeah.
No difference. So yeah, let's see if that is a good sign or bad sign. So, what's your assessment?
Yeah, we put the jack under the engine. When we lifted the engine up, we could still feel the vibration, You could see it on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Then Nick put the jack under the gearbox. We lift the gearbox out of the rubber, and then we lost the vibration.
Ah, so
it
it's
means
the
gearbox
gearbox
mount is the problem.
Ah, interesting. So how does this problem like this develop from the gearbox, not from the engine?
I think because it's a manual, the engine does this.
Yeah.
And with the automatic, it's more smooth.
So it depends on how you use the clutch if you like smooth. Interesting. Okay, so pretty much a normal thing with such a big engine and power.
Yeah,
I guess,
and age and mileage. It's not strange to see, except because it's manual. It could be that the problem comes sooner because
yeah, sure.
A human can't shift as smooth as an automatic gearbox.
And in first gear it's quite jerky.
Yep.
So it's like only
All
first
the torque.
gear. First gear is like only let the clutch come, like to 10 kilometers an hour, and then instantly into second, then it's smooth.
Okay. Yeah.
That explains why it's jerky.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Guys, we found something very, very good. Check it out. The silencers are already rusting. So this means this is a good argument to get a sport exhaust, right? So first time in 15 years, these screws are stuck. But he's relaxed, he says it's no problem. I thought this is a big problem. Stuff from 15 years ago. Yeah, life of your mechanic, right? Will he make it, or do we have to move the entire car? Ah, no, it works. As we say in German, Glück im Unglück.
Genau.
There it goes. There we go, safety first. And now we can drill more. These screws are really a bit of a problem, to be honest, because these really don't last long. So 15 years and you already had to drill 4 screws, and the rust is crazy on these mounting points here. These will be a problem to replace. I think I get a new exhaust from him drilling so much. There we go. That is also the first time this has came off. Ah, there we see also a very cheap part. The air compressor for the air suspension. 7.3 bars, wow, that's a lot of pressure. Check it out, guys. This is why it's a bit louder. Uh-oh. That is something we have to change, I guess, to a sport exhaust. It is an early morning at day 2. Nick started at 7:30 a.m. working. That is a mechanic's life. I slept a bit longer, let's say it like this. But check it out what he already did. The exhaust is already completely out, and as expected, he's now removing these little screws, and so the heat shield also comes off. This is now an exhaust, right? Would be so funny to hear it. So, and this here is also a well-known bearing to break at the Cayenne, right? Beim Cayenne geht das öfter mal kaputt,
Ja,
ne?
genau.
But at the Panamera it's a lot more reliable, so fingers crossed it will last a long time. So guys, of course we have to do this, right? We have to hear how the car sounds without any exhaust on. Boys will be boys all the time. Das ist gut. Das musst du dir jetzt auf der Autobahn unter der Brücke unter Volllast vorstellen. Wahnsinn. Wahnsinn. Guys, in the end we are just little boys having fun with our toys. I'm so surprised how clean everything is under the car. Guys, this thing has seen 190,000 kilometers and looks like brand new from the factory. So, what do you say? Was sagst du zum?
Looks pretty good.
Looks good, he says.
Yeah.
Perfect. A bit of a relief.
Almost like new.
So yeah, that is a bit of a relief because replacing that one would also cost a bit. I still cannot get over the fact how good this tire looks. Of course it lost a bit of rubber, but still guys. Really, this is 2 years and 40,000 kilometers. Hard kilometers. Misha did a lap on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. So we were just talking about the bolts are coming loose very, very easily, like from the factory. And because I think my car was parked pretty much inside for its entire life. The first owner was a judge, parked it inside. I have a place parking it inside. Also the air in Mannheim is very dry, so there's barely any corrosion on these aluminium parts. It's the first time he's taking apart a Panamera like this. He's doing it regularly on Cayennes and there he really has troubles. Yeah, and I think especially here in the Netherlands, so close to the ocean. Yeah, a lot of salt in the air. And here we have it, guys. When I'm turning this here, I already feel how rough this bearing is. And I'm sure this is making the noise. And the gearing itself inside, I suspect that will be quite good. I don't think there will be any metal flakes. But we'll see what the specialist will say when it comes back. Okay guys, the differential is out and we have a few metallic flakes in there. So let's see what the specialist is saying. And then we will most likely build in a used one, because a new one is like 5,000 euros, which is a bit too much for a used Panamera. Oh guys, and this here feels good. The end of the transmission is doing smooth. It is smooth. That is good. I cannot wait to try the car when it's back together. Should feel like new. Nick is already working on the transmission to coming down, and then we can change clutch and flywheel because the parts have already arrived, guys. Toys, 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 lots of parts. And here we have the clutch assembly, And here we have the Flywheel. Ordered yesterday, today here, coming all the way from Germany. This is not that often that someone orders a Flywheel for a manual Panamera. And if you ask me, of course, it's hugely expensive doing all this work for a 15-year-old Panamera first generation, which is usually not that special. But I think especially for a manual, it deserves it. This car needs to be in our world, right? Otherwise, it would have now been, sorted out, went into the press, because the differential was so noisy, it wouldn't be possible to live with it. But from a financial standpoint, of course, it makes no sense to spend so much money. How much money it is, that we'll see at the end of the video. Here we have it, the manual, the rare option of not choosing a PDK box. Made by the supplier ZF, very famous in Germany. And being a Porsche Panamera, you already see a lot of little VW logos, because this was one of the very first cars where many parts were made by VW. Even though the car was a single development by Porsche, it shares no platform with any other car, which is crazy. Engine transmission is Porsche sourced as well, via the suppliers ZF, for example, But the body was made in Hanover, a VW factory, then shipped to Leipzig with all the other parts sourced from everywhere, and then assembled together in the plant in Leipzig at Porsche. So it is a somewhat VW Porsche, but not like a Macan or Cayenne, where they actually share the platform with a VW Touareg or Audi Q5, or like now the Taycan with the Audi GT, or the new Macan also with the Audi Q6. The first generation Panamera was really on its own, and even the most recent Panamera is a bit of a special car in the VW group, because it only shares the platform, I think, with the Bentley Continental GT, not with an Audi A8, for example. So this here is, it's funny how the Panamera, even though back in the day it was really a unicorn, now still is. There it is, the last bolt of the transmission. Now it's party time. Let's see how huge this thing is. So guys, this is it. Okay, first assessment, there is a lot of play. And is it in the clutch? Is it in the Kupplung?
In the flywheel.
And that is too much, right? And that is the same clicking noise I hear when I drive the car. Yeah. It's like this rattling. Oh, even this direction, so this is also not normal. Interesting, they are documenting it themselves. Why are you filming it, Henry?
Oh,
Just for yourselves, for educational purposes?
Yeah. A car we don't see very often. So if we do see it another time, we know, hey,
then you know.
The last Panamera had this kind of play in the flywheel.
But clutch. So what's the assessment?
It doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit worn out, but after this mileage, it's normal.
This is the spring pressing it against the flywheel, right?
Yeah. It looks like it got hot sometimes.
Well, that explains. I had a bit of slip in the clutch. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's more the worn out plate.
So of course it gets hot after some time when it slips.
Yeah, when it slips, it gets hot.
I thought it would be way worse than this.
Yeah,
actually.
me too.
First time I ever see a clutch or touch a clutch. Touchy. Here we also have some heat spot, but you don't say it's that dramatical. So it's in the core, the flywheel got like too much forces on it didn't like. Got it, okay. So when you use a clutch too hard, there's even pieces falling out, okay. So yeah, it's good that we change it. And there's a lot of play in it, wow. there we have the two problem childs. What a part, wow. Oh, it's just a toy ground here. So here we also have the legendary 4.8 liter coolant pipes, which we are also now able to check. I think when it was new, they were from plastic, right? And then they changed them to aluminum ones. There was, when the car was new, I think there was a like...
Yeah, I know it was on the first types of 4.5 liter Cayennes.
Yeah. And I think also on these.
Okay.
But the people in the comment section, you guys will of course correct us when we're wrong. Oh guys, I'm so happy that everything here looks dry. This is also an important seal of the lower part of the engine. I think there's still a lot of life in it, so I can have lots of fun with it. Only thing where it is leaking is here, the oil pan. We will change that as well. Car having the issues since I bought it 3 years ago. But this is only minor, but of course when we're doing such a major thing here, we'll do that as well. So Nick, this looks very much different.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about, guys. The manual clutch. This part here, that's the fun part. In combination with the joystick over there, a massive joystick. Unpacking time and big time. Check out the amount of screws, guys. I feel like it's Christmas. So much stuff. New oil for the differential. New braces here. This goes on top, this goes below. And the engine doesn't move that much. New heat shield, new gasket for the oil pan. And of course these two here. And it's so cool, right? To be in this workspace. There in the back is also way more. We're working next to a wonderfully beautiful 356. Looking absolutely perfect. I feel so out of place with the Panamera here. 964, 996 GT3. There's a Rijkspolitie 911 Targa police car. Wonderful F model from Belgium. And another F model missing its engine, which is situated here. And check out also, I don't want to touch it because I feel the page open has a specific reason that it's open. But it's a very old booklet with some technical specifications while the engine sits here. And this beautiful red 911F model is being worked on.
She's got you. She's got